Hi guys, how you doing? Welcome to our second show, our TB12 in China show, and we hope you enjoyed the first one. And now I actually get to be joined by my great friend and great teammate, Rob Gronkowski, who's with me in our first segment. So thanks for being here, Rob.
No problem. Thanks for having me, Tom.
No problem. So I got a few questions for our fans in China who have they love the Patriots and they love watching us play, and obviously they love you. So what do you think is the most challenging part about playing tight end in the NFL?
Oh, well, I want to say hi to my China fans first. Hello, China fans out there. But the hardest challenge about playing tight end in the NFL is the capability of doing both blocking and receiving. You got to go out there, you got to face 180-pound to 220-pound safeties, corners, and you got to run by them, you got to get open. And then you got to come back to the line, and you got to block a 280-pound guy. Sometimes you get a defensive tackle lined up, and you got to block a 300-pound guy. Wow. Or you got to block a guy just the size of you. So it's a challenge to do both.
It would be easy to block me.
That's why I'm a tight end, baby.
You could do it all. You have a lot of skills. He's very big, strong, but he's also very fast. It's probably, in my view, one of the hardest positions in the NFL, playing tight end. So for all those
it's way
reasons,
harder than quarterback, I swear.
I think it is.
Nah.
So
different types of challenges for sure.
Yeah, I think our Chinese fans would love to know about the origin of the Gronk spike. Tell us about the Gronk spike and the origin of that.
All right. Wow.
I've seen it a lot of times.
The origin of their language, and I was like, I don't know, Tom. I'm not sure if I can speak Chinese, but the Gronk spike I can speak.
Ni hao.
So, what's that word?
That means hi.
Ni hao.
Wasa, Tom Brady. Ni hao, wasa, Rob Gronkowski.
Ni hao, wasa, Rob Gronkowski.
We're learning. Guys,
yeah,
good.
Learning.
See?
So, the origin of the Gronk spike, I've always wanted to do something crazy, like in high school and college, like a celebration, and I always just wanted to spike the ball. I don't know why, it was just my type of thing. But in high school and college, it was always a 15-yard penalty no matter what. So when I got to the NFL, I finally got to spike the ball. Yeah. And my rookie year, I really didn't do it much. But my second year, I just started doing it all the time when I scored. And somehow it just caught on. I don't even know the actual spike that everyone's like, oh, that's the Gronk spike. It just caught on over time.
Yeah, it's your signature move.
Yes, it is.
That ball hits the ground. I don't know how that ball doesn't just explode.
I don't know.
Just all that force.
Yes.
So, so the second question I have is, we connected 75 times for touchdowns. So what do you think, and how have we been able to develop this relationship on the field where we can connect that often in the end zone to score points?
Wow. It wasn't an easy task to be able to develop a chemistry with you from the very beginning. And I wouldn't say it would be easy out there at all with any quarterback, but being with you, starting the process when I was a rookie is just a development. We were going out to practice. I was staying extra every single day during my rookie year. During the lockout, going into my second year, we were meeting up outside of the stadium to get together because we were locked out to run routes. And just overall, building up the chemistry every single week, every single month, just out in the practice field, staying out there extra. We put a lot of work in to get here, man, and the rewards pay off, though, for sure.
Yeah, I remember when you were a rookie, we'd keep other young rookies on defense, like Dane, and we'd be like, hey, can you guard Gronk on this? And he had no chance of guarding Gronk because Gronk was so good, and he was just trying to keep up. But it was really...
We did do that. We always had those defensive players.
I know.
We'd pick up, well, who are we going to pick today? We made them come over no matter what type of practice they had. We would make them come over, and we'd do one-on-ones with them the whole time.
And we got so much good work in.
Yes,
but it does pay off because 75 touchdowns and building, we keep going, and it's been great to do. Tell me, outside of America, where's your favorite spot to vacation?
Oh.
If you're going to go hang out and relax.
Wow. I mean, there's many spots that I haven't been to that I've heard from many friends out there, teammates that they all been to that I just keep hearing about that I want to be, like Australia, Brazil, which you've been to many times, all parts of Europe. But I've been to Barcelona. I actually went to a soccer game there.
Wow.
Yes, it was a good time. You've been to China before.
I know.
You told me it was an unbelievable experience.
Yeah.
Be able to see the Great Wall of China,
I know.
how it was built
Amazing.
and everything would just be amazing. All the teamwork, all the effort that took in to do that. So I just want to travel the world.
Yeah, there's a lot to see.
Yes, there is.
I know. So just our last question, and I think all our Chinese fans would be curious. So when you go to a party, because everyone thinks you use a party, what do you like to do at the party? Is it sing, dance, hang out? What's Gronk do at the party?
All right. I love to dance. That's what it is. But you know something? I don't even have to go to a party anymore or anything because I just love to dance. Whenever I have that mode, whenever I'm in that mode, I'm feeling good if I'm dancing. So wherever it is, I just want to be dancing if I'm in that mode because I'm feeling good.
Oh, yeah. So if Gronk's dancing, you know he's having a good time.
Yes,
so
and it'll get a little crazy because I do got the moves.
Oh, yeah. And we've seen them.
Yeah. That's true.
So, well, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Rob's got to get back to work. I do too. And we appreciate it. And we look forward to seeing you guys again soon.
Yes, Tom. Thanks for having me. Oh, wait. We got a ball here.
Oh.
Should we show him the Gronk spike?
Yeah, don't hurt anything,
All
though.
right, right here. You just take it, palm. I'm not going to get up. I don't want to, break anything.
Yeah.
Should I just do it right here?
Yeah, go right there.
All right, you want to hit right here, the belly of the ball.
Hit the
right
belly
here.
of the ball.
So it bounces as high as possible. Whoop, whoop, boom.
Boom!
That's how we do it.
Let's go!
So Tom, you've been playing the league for over 20 years, and you're staying in great shape. And staying in shape has helped you be very successful in this league.
Yep.
Now, could you share with the Chinese fans some of your favorite workouts today?
Yeah, absolutely. I think, that's a great point. I've been doing this for a long time, and I think a lot of my training has evolved over a long period of time. And I think the training that I do now as, a 41-year-old athlete was a little different than when I started when I was younger. But when I was younger, I was dealing with a lot of pain.
Yeah.
And I think the workouts that I was doing were causing some pain. Even though they were good for my performance to a degree, there was a risk to a lot of the workouts I was doing as well. At TB12, we use a philosophy, with strength training to be very functional.
Okay.
And I think that's more of what I've evolved to over the years, is being functional in my workouts so that I'm not building strength just for the sake of building strength, but I'm actually building it with a purpose.
Okay.
And the purpose for me is to be a great quarterback and athlete.
And you are. So
I
let's
know.
get started
And maintaining
with
pliability
yeah.
along the way.
Okay.
So at TB12, we use resistance bands mostly. So there's lots of different ranges of movement that you can do, and you can basically activate every part of your body using these bands. I don't want to go in the weight room and then struggle to lift all these weights, overload my muscles, and then try to go on the field and be a very fluid athlete. One of my favorite exercises to do is a squat, which most people use a big bar to squat.
Yeah.
So what I do is, can you hold that for me?
Sure.
So I wrap this here and I crisscross these from my feet to my shoulders. And we have heavier bands back there that once you get good and you build the explosiveness and the strength, you can always evolve to heavier bands with more resistance.
Okay.
So you always keep your feet shoulder width apart and your knees over your toes, over your hips, over your shoulders. And this is just a resistance band squat. So I'd put it and as an athlete, you want to move quick a lot.
Yeah.
So especially for me, I'll move pretty quick through the.
And that would help with the explosiveness you need on the football field.
Absolutely, and you can also come up on your toes, and you could use jumps. And a great part with the resistance bands, you can, like I said, you can move your feet maybe a little bit wider from time to time, right over your shoulders. But you always want to maintain proper form.
Yeah.
And if you don't maintain proper form, you're going to get imbalances. If you get imbalances, you're going to get hurt. There's also one that I love as a rotational athlete. If you could hold this.
Sure.
So you give me maybe a little more resistance. So I do this a lot in my training.
And this one works your shoulders? Or
A little bit of your
back?
shoulders,
Okay.
and also works a lot of your rotational core muscles.
Okay.
But also keeping them relatively pliable. And the great part is I'm staying long through the movements. So a lot of people think if they want to strengthen their core, they got to do a lot of crunches. And these muscles get really short and really dense and really stiff. Mm-hmm. And the problem is a lot of compression in your low back happens when those muscles get really short and stiff. So I think you should always maintain length through your spine in order to keep back pain away. Because you're trying to eliminate back pain, not add back pain. A lot of people think, oh, if I do crunches, it's going to make my back stronger. Sometimes I believe it can do the opposite.
Okay.
So
That's one really good for your core. You'd always do the opposite movement as well. So if I go right, then I'll flip and I'll do left.
Okay.
And then another one that I really like doing is just a push-up. So I could do a push-up and I could use the band. So I put it behind my back, my palms face backward. And rather than go in and do a bunch of bench press, I can just go. And it could provide all the resistance that you need.
Okay,
and they're very easy to travel with too.
Yeah, I tried it earlier, and actually it's quite difficult to do it with the proper form. So
yeah,
you make it look
and
really
you could
easy,
again, you could have, you can do a lot of different exercises, and we have hundreds and hundreds of exercises you could do just using resistance bands.
Yeah, I think some of the fans at home, they can try this, and it's easy to get a band and start doing some of these workouts and see how it can improve their physical conditioning as well.
Yeah, it'd be great.
欢迎大家观看 Brady Show 的球迷问答。今天第一个问题来自范闯，在你赢这么多超级碗之后，你怎样能够继续保持自己渴望胜利 ？So after winning all these Super Bowls, how do you keep yourself from motivate yourself, keep on winning more and stay hungry?
Yeah, that's a great question. Because it is my 19th year, and I feel like I've accomplished a lot. But I think there's a part of me that always wants to accomplish more. And I've had a goal that I want to play till 45 for a long time, and I've said it for a long time. And that's still my goal, and I understand that that's a big challenge because no one's ever really done that at the quarterback position, which is really a great opportunity for me.
And you say your goal is playing till 45. Is there any time you think, well, maybe after I win the 6th or 7th one, then it's time for me to walk away?
Well, no, I've never thought of that because I think that's winning a championship is part of the journey, and I think you play for a lot of reasons. I think we play to win championships, but there's also a lot of other fulfilling things along the way that you enjoy.
第二个问题来自于回归时，一名新的球员要做到哪些事情，让你才能获得你的信任？Second question would be, how would a new player? What does a new player need to do to gain your trust?
Football is a lot like an orchestra. There's so many things happening at one time, and there's so many moving parts. And the only way to gain trust is to perform it on a daily basis. So every play that you run, you have an opportunity to either gain trust or lose trust. And if you do the wrong thing, you lose trust. If you do the right thing, you gain trust. And I think when you repeat those things, play after play, day after day, you gain a lot of trust from your teammates and your coaches.
So for Super Bowl 52, your third loss in Super Bowl, how does this loss differ from the first two?
This was a very tough one, but I think being older, I have more perspective than I had when I was younger. Like when we lost at the end of the 2007 season to the Giants, we had an undefeated regular season, and we had a chance, to go 19-0. And that night after that game that we lost, it was probably one of the hardest athletic moments of my life because I felt like the whole world, my career came crashing down. And I wasn't sure if it would ever be rebuilt. And you know what? You realize it does. And we had an opportunity to get in 2011. We lost that Super Bowl. And I thought, oh, man, with a little more perspective, it didn't hurt quite as much. And I thought, we'll be able to rebuild it. And then we won the Super Bowl in 2014, and then we won the Super Bowl in 2016. And after this one, I said, it was really hard because I really wanted to win that game. But the sun comes up the next day, and my kids woke up the next morning, and they wanted their dad home. And, you realize things go on, and it means a lot to you because you put a lot into it. But it doesn't discourage me from wanting to win more.
最后一个问题来自 Jackson， 一般在比赛前的更衣室里面，你都做些什么？
Yeah, that's something that's a routine for a lot of players, and everybody has a little bit of a different routine. I like to get to the stadium really early, and kind of just take in the whole environment, and walk out on the field and look around, see kind of what the wind's doing, what the weather's going to be like. Just really focus in on what the plan is, and all the times I'm getting dressed, I'm listening to music to get me in the right mental frame of mind. I'm looking at the plan, the game plan, and going through trying to recite all the different things I'm going to do on the field. It differs a little bit from week to week, but for most part, that's kind of my routine, and it gets me in a really solid place, mentally, physically, emotionally, to go out and hopefully have a great game.
Okay, thank you, Tom.
Thank you.
如果你有问题想问 Blade 的话，请继续关注爱国者的官方微博和微信。欢迎大家观看这一集 Brady Show 的特别环节成语挑战。在接下来呢，我会给 Brady 讲一个成语，告诉他一个成语的大概的意思，然后看他是否能够选择正确的答案。So Tom, have you heard of Chinese idioms before?
Well, a little bit, yes.
Basically, Chinese idioms have a lot of ancient wisdom. They are phrases that mean something to you on the surface, but there's a deeper truth or deeper meaning to it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you what the Chinese idiom is on what it means on the surface, and for you to figure out what it's really implying.
Okay, good.
Are you ready for the challenge?
I like it. I'm ready.
Okay. So the first one is 画蛇添足. Okay. What it means is that for you to, what people, when they draw a picture of the snake, they add on little feet on the snakes. What do you think that really implies? And you have 4 choices here.
Okay. So my guess would be B, overdoing something.
That is correct. That is correct. So yeah. Okay, that was easy.
Easy? Well, I got one right.
You got 1 for 1. So that was, for you, was fairly easy.
That was better than most of my guesses in high school, my academic.
For the SAT test?
Yes, exactly.
Okay. So on the football field, you have made some tough throws into very tight windows, making the perfect pass. And this one is sort of related to that. In the Chinese, it means 穿针引线. So what it means is that you're threading the needle.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, what do you think that really implies?
Okay. Well, it's definitely not A. My guess would be C. Pay close attention to detail. Oh, no.
Close.
B?
The correct is B.
Oh,
it's actually making connection.
good try.
Yeah.
Good try.
Okay, now this last one, this will follow all the marbles. Okay, in Chinese it means 井底之蛙. What it means is a frog at the bottom of a whale. What do you think that really implies?
Let's see. Somebody who's short, limited vision on things. That would make a lot of sense. But something that has developed in the later stages, no, it's not B. Describes people has no confidence of the future, no, not C. And describes people who has given up on something, that's not the Chinese culture, B. So I guess A.
Yes, correct. Actually, that's exactly usually a frog at the bottom of a whale. When they look in the sky, they only see the little circle of the sky. They think that's how big the sky is.
Yeah.
Therefore, it usually describes someone that's really short-sighted and don't see the big picture. So, hey, congratulations.
2 of 3, not bad.
That's not bad. You hit the jackpot in
It's
the
a
end.
good Chinese lesson.
Yeah.